So, what's going on, everyone? And this is Anthony talking about the Metacritic page for Resident Evil 9. Yes, Resident Evil 9 has a Metacritic page. A lot of people wanted to ask, what do I think about this page being listed? Does this mean that we're going to finally get a Resident Evil 9 announcement? Now, this doesn't really say anything on this page that you may have not, seen before as far as a just placeholder listing. For example, Metacritic has had a Half-Life 3 listing on their page forever now, and nothing has been announced as far as Half-Life 3. So this clearly makes sense that this is a simple placeholder, and it's essentially a page that just says PS5, Xbox Series X to be determined. And that's all it says. That's it. There's really no other news to talk about here other than it's there. Now, there is the Xbox partnership or partner program going on tomorrow that is going to be showing third-party titles. And you have some people saying, oh, RE9 could show up at this event. I don't really see that happening so soon at the Xbox event, because why wouldn't have just been on the PlayStation event that we got? I don't know. But you never say never with stuff like this. You don't really know what's going on with the announcements. I just think that this Metacritic page specifically was put on there just to simply say, it's coming out soon. We know it's coming out soon at some point. And here's the page, right? Whether or not we really care what Metacritic says about the games or the ratings that they have, that's really neither here or there. It's really just a matter of it's there. It's going to come out eventually. Now, is Sony going to have another showcase at some point before the end of the year? I don't think so. I know there's some rumors of some of that stuff being talked about, but I don't see it happening. The other spot that a lot of people are talking about that could show an RE9 is a Game Awards 2024. That could also happen, but who knows at this point? All I know is that Capcom hasn't said anything about a Capcom or Resident Evil event. Sony hasn't said anything officially yet for a Sony event, and all we have is this Xbox showcase tomorrow, or this Xbox event, whatever you want to call it. So things have been pretty quiet on the Xbox side. Who knows what we're going to be seeing there? I think it's going to be a lot more focused on other titles or other IPs, but I've been wrong before. So we can, cross our fingers, but let's not really get too excited or hopeful. Try not to lean into a lot of content creators saying that it could be potentially RE9 coming out tomorrow for a reveal. I think we should just wait, be patient. I know a lot of people want to see Resident Evil 9 stuff. I know a lot of people are excited to see what the next installment is, what it looks like, who it's going to be. But let's just see what happens with Capcom and their events. Because right now, I think the way it's looking is that, Resident Evil 9, if it's going to be announced, I think it's going to be from Capcom themselves at a Capcom or a Resident Evil showcase or live stream event. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Again, it could be another Sony event later this year or next year. I'm not sure, but that's what I would think they would do. Because I think if they were going to show it at a Sony event, it would have been at the last one, but they didn't show it at the last one. And then they had a Capcom showcase, and then they really just showcased Monster Hunter, which some people liked, some people didn't like. Same thing with Tokyo Game Show. Same exact thing. It was literally just more Monster Hunter. So I don't think this is a bad thing as far as them promoting other IPs and other projects. We know Resident Evil 9 is or has been, really just kind of in the background, in the shadows of all of this news stuff, because Capcom does a real good job at keeping everything's under wraps until something eventually just gets leaked or something comes out, but we really haven't seen an official word yet. So I think Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil 5 remake, I think all that stuff is going to be eventually announced, eventually showcased somewhere. We just don't know where. So Obviously, let me know your thoughts on this Metacritic page. There's not much else to really show or say here. It's just a Metacritic page. There is also a placeholder for Play Asia, if you guys remember a few months ago, with a, fake AI looking cover. I did a video on that, and a lot of people were saying the same thing. It's just a placeholder. And that's exactly what this is. So obviously, let me know what you think down below in the comments on where or when you think this Resident Evil 9 announcement may show up. And that's it for now. So we'll see if there's some updates later down the road. Take care.